Assalamu alaikum student. Today I'll give an explanation on the digestive system. And at the last class, in the previous class, I draw this figure of the digestive system. Some of the students give me the feedback and they try to draw this figure, this system clearly, and some of them draw the figure very nicely, and I am really hopeful of you, the students who give me the feedback. Please keep concentrate the classes and also give me the feedback, though I will be happy by checking your feedback. Okay student, today I'll talk about the different parts of the digestive system. At first, I'll talk more. I'll try to start with the membrane, which is called parotid salivary. Okay, salivary. These salivary organs give us the saliva. We know yeah, the saliva is a slippery. A slippery part substances and liquids like substances which are which have some code inside our mouth. Okay, so students, let's start from the parotid salivary. Okay, when we take food through our mouth, we start chewing with teeth after taking it inside the mouth, but mostly we take the compound foods, the foods, hard type foods, or the dry type foods we take inside our mouth mostly. And this compound food we like to when we start to chewing with our teeth after taking it inside the mouth, the tongue start the food so that it is chewed well. But the food, though most of the foods are dry, it is hard to chew inside our mouth. So the food mixed up with saliva inside buccal cavity and one type of liquid things, liquid substance like water inside our mouth. These things are called saliva. So food mixed up with saliva inside buccal cavity, and saliva is a colorless fluid type things. Okay, it is completely colorless. If you give a finger inside your mouth and take out of the finger, look, something slippery fluid type colorless things are in your finger, and that is called saliva. Okay, so saliva is secreted from the salivary gland situated at the backside of the tongue. This is the salivary gland. Okay, so this parotid salivary is called the salivary gland, from where mostly the saliva come out, secreted. Okay, so this salivary gland situated at the backside of the tongue. Saliva has a special role in digestion, in digestive system. Saliva has a special role because it's not only the make the food slippery to help to swallow, or to help to make it easy to chew. Not only that, saliva contains one type of enzyme also. Do you know? So this enzyme, what this enzyme helps to at the fastest stage to digest the food inside our digestive system. But what is called an enzyme? What is enzyme? Enzyme is such a material that mixed with food and helps the reaction but doesn't take part in it and remains unchanged. And there are lot of many types of enzyme inside our body. It's excreted, secreted from different parts of our body. We know from the gallbladder, and also the pancreas also secrete one type of enzymes to help our digestive system, to help our digestion of foods. So enzyme is a material that mixes with food and helps the reaction but doesn't take part in it and remains unchanged. The enzymes work well up to a certain temperature. it to work for a enzyme, an enzyme it need a certain temperature, and above the temperature and below the temperature it will not be reacted. Enzymes perform definite and specific functions such as trypsin acts only on proteins. Okay, the trypsin like things act only on protein. Enzyme present in saliva turns starch into sugar, which we called it maltose. For this reason, when carbohydrates are chewed and kept inside the mouth, it tastes sweet. Okay, carbohydrate types, if you try to eat some potatoes, or you take some rice, dry rice inside your mouth and start to chew, you will feel something is sweet, the taste is sweet, because the enzyme is enzyme is present in saliva, and it starts into sugar. Okay, so tongue helps us to swallow food materials. From the last portion of the mouth, two pipes grow inside the body. Okay, from the mouth, two pipes grow inside the body. We knew it when we draw a figure, a pipe like things, and by which line we take the food from mouth to the stomach and the intestine. Okay, so from the last portion of the mouth, two pipes grow inside the body. This pipe-like structure is called esophagus. So esophagus is on of the pipe, and another pipe is goes for the other point. Okay, so this pipe like structure, it's called esophagus. Food and water reach to stomach through this pipe. Okay, when we take food inside our mouth, this food comes to our stomach by this esophagus pipeline things. Okay, so students, this is parotid saliva. Oh, sorry, I didn't talk about the pharynx. What is pharynx? Inside the parotid salivary to after the buccal cavity, and from the esophagus to stomach, there is important part that is called pharynx. Next to buccal cavity, after immediate next to buccal cavity is the pharynx, through which food materials move from buccal cavity to esophagus. Okay, so the space after just after the buccal cavity to esophagus, this space is called pharynx. Okay, so students, at first when we take food, we used to take food by our mouth, and from the mouth the digestive tract begins. From mouth the digestive tract start from the mouth, and on the upper side of the mouth is upper lip and lower lip. Inside it we call it buccal cavity. Okay, through opening and closing of these lips we control taking of foods. When we taking food, lips also help to take the foods, and foods enter into the buccal cavity through this opening of lips. Okay, without opening the lips it could not be possible to take food also. So after taking the food inside our mouth, the buccal cavity start. Next to mouth is the buccal cavity, and the buccal cavity is surrounded by two jaws. We have two jaws inside our mouth, and teeth in it, in the front. See, okay, above these there is palate, and beneath also these are muscular tongue. But there are a muscular tongue. This is we know inside our buccal cavity there is a tongue, a long tongue and also a short tongue. Okay, moreover there are three pairs of salivary glands. This type of these salivary gland are not on, there are three pairs of salivary gland in both of the side of our mouth, both of the side of our jaws. Okay, so the teeth cut food materials and help grinding them, and at this stage the tongue feels the taste of food and repeatedly sends food under teeth for chewing. Okay, tongue helps the food for give it or again and again and under the teeth to make it chew. Okay, for glanding. Okay, saliva from salivary glands make food slippery and help to swallow also. Saliva contains one type of enzyme. I told it in the beginning. So saliva contains one type of enzyme that partially breaks down the starchy food and convert it to sugar. So because enzyme make the sugar inside our mouth. Number of permanent tooth in 32, having 16 in each jaw. Okay, each jaw contain 16 teeth uh, at the adult stage of a human being. Teeth are four types, such as incisor teeth that cut food particles into small pieces, and canning teeth cut the tear hard parts like meat. Premolar teeth chew and grind food materials, and molar teeth help chewing and grinding of food substances. Besides, after growing after other teeth, the wisdom teeth grow. Wisdom teeth, we called it in Bangla. What we call it? Sorry. Akil dat. Okay, akil dat. Sorry, I forgotten. It's the these teeth are called the wisdom teeth. The wisdom teeth when grow, I think that somebody is getting some wisdom. Okay. And I already talk about pharynx and also esophagus. After coming up the food through this esophagus, the food reach to the stomach. Okay, its location is in between esophagus and small intestine. A small intestine and esophagus. Inside it, at the middle of it is stomach situated. Due to peristaltic movement of pharynx and esophagus, slimy foods are stored here. The food comes from after chewing with saliva and enzyme. The food comes from through the esophagus and it go through the stomach. Shape of stomach is like a bag type things. Okay, its wall is thick and muscular. First and last part of stomach contains muscular rims also. On the stomach wall, large number of gastric glands are found. Inside the stomach there are a lot of gastric glands, and the temperature inside the stomach is very high, Okay, gastric glands are found. The food temporarily stays here. Digestive juices from gastric glands help in digestion also. So primarily the food after chewing, it's go through the esophagus inside the stomach, and the fast stage of digestion or is start from here. From the gastric, the digestive juices from gastric glands helps in digestion of the food, and then the food go to the small intestine. Okay, it is the next part which is the longest part of digestive tract. The most longest part of the digestive tract is in small intestine, and it divided into three parts, such as duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Okay, jejunum and ileum. The first part of mostly after the stomach, where in small intestine start, this part is called jejunum. I didn't write here, now I am writing here jejunum. Okay, so the first part of the small intestine, this is called the called a duodenum. This is the next part of small intestine, looks like bile. Okay, bile from gallbladder. It looks like you, and bile from gallbladder and pancreatic juice from pancreas comes here through ducts and mixed up with food. Okay, this juice also participates in digestions, the digestive juice. It also participates in digestion of food. Here, digestion of proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids occur. Mostly, the proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids occur inside the small intestine, and it starts from duodenum. Okay, duodenum. And next part of duodenum is jejunum. You can give any word from here. This is called jejunum. Okay, I'm writing now. So this part is jejunum. What is ileum? Ileum, this is the last part of small intestine. Look here, we see that the last part of small intestine is joined here from the with the large intestine. So this part is called the ileum. This is the last part of small intestine. In inner walls of ileum there is a absorption zone. There are finger like projections in the wall of perform the functions of absorption through different processes. Okay, inside the small intestine the process of digestion mostly is covered. Okay, covered here. Through different processes the food comes to the large intestine, and they are called villi. The finger like projections, they are called villi. Okay, do you get it? Inside the small intestine of the last part of the small intestines of ileum, these finger like, there are a finger like projections in the wall of perform the functions of absorptions through different processes, and these are called villi. After digestion the essential parts of food is absorbed by villi surfaces. Okay, so the last part of the small intestines, these are called ileum. I think you are understanding the different parts of the digestive system. Okay, now I would like to talk about the large intestine. Large intestine starts just after a small intestine. Here it is joining here with the large intestine, and a large intestine starts from here. Okay, it extends from ileum to anus. At the joining point of small intestine and large intestine there is a valve. It is smaller than small intestine in length, but its inner diameter is greater than the inner diameter of small intestine. Large intestine is divided into three parts such as sesame, colon, and rectum. Also here I'll give a rectum. The part is colon, and the next part of rectum, upper part of rectum is called colon, and the first part is called sesame. Okay, rectum is the last part of large intestine. It looks like a bag. Undigested parts of foods are deposited here. Okay, and anus is the last part of the large intestine. Anus is the last part of the digestive system. Also the digestive canal opens outside through this part, and this part is also important for our digestive system. Okay, here is something special inside the below of the left side of large intestines, and these things is called the appendix. This is called the appendix. We know about the appendix. If the food particles go inside the appendix, we feel pain inside our stomach, inside our digestive system. Okay, so sometimes it need to operate. Okay, So students, this is the total parts of the digestive system. I talk about the different parts of the digestive system, and also the liver and gallbladder here, they and pancreas, they secreted enzymes to help for the food of digestion. Okay, so for now I'm signing off. For please wait for the next class of this chapter, digestive system and blood circulatory system. I will talk about the blood circulation system in my next video. Stay safe till that time. Okay, thank you everybody. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.